we're starting the...
I don't know what I was going to say there.
These are the 5 books that I have chosen for the month of July. If you don't want me to talk about the book, that's fine. I want to be sensitive to this subject because... Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I am very happy to be here. I'm going to be choosing my July TBR. Now, the month of June, it was a good reading month, but the only issue there is that I basically read one book over the space of 2.5 weeks. And that was because it was such a good book, I didn't want to put it down. So I made it last as long as I could. And that was The Last Chance Hotel by Nikki Thornton. I am so obsessed with her. She is absolutely a fantastic writer. And if you want just a cozy murder mystery, then pick up her books because they're just fantastic. We're not talking about June, we're talking about July. Now we are going to be choosing my July TBR. We have a number of books to choose from, and I'm going to take you over there and we're going to see what I fancy reading for the month of July. These are the books on my physical TBR. I'm going to count how many we have. So, we have 31 books on my physical TBR. Now this may fluctuate a little bit because I have 4 other books that are on my June TBR, and we are recording this as June is ending, so I haven't quite finished my June TBR yet, but we're starting the July. We're starting the...
I don't know what I was going to say there.
We're starting the month of July early, I suppose. So we're going to choose what I want to read. Now, to start off with, we have a number of books. I can't actually see which... Oh, okay, that's just fallen over. So I couldn't see what this book was underneath. Okay. So I'm thinking, because I have not stopped thinking about this book, A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, because this honestly sounds fantastic and I have been wanting to dive back into this universe for the longest time. I'm thinking I might reread Priory of the Orange Tree in fall because that's like one of my favourite books, but I want to read this book so badly and I can't wait any longer, so I'm going to add this onto my July TBR. Now, also what I'm thinking is I want to do some more annotating in the month of July, so I'm going to pick back up Earthsea. We are up to page 153 of this book, and this is one of the books where I love it so much I don't want it to end, so that's why it's taken me so long to get through this book. But this is what the tabs are looking like. Absolutely love them. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm shaking, I've got the coffee shakes. I've just had 2 cups of coffee. So, by the way, grab yourself a cup of coffee, grab a cup of tea, grab a snack, and get comfortable. By all means, make yourself at home because this is a homey channel and I love you guys. Anyway, back to the point. I really want to pick this back up again because this sounds perfect and cozy. So I'm going to add that onto my July TBR. Honestly, the month of June has gone very well, quite simply because I have been thinking of fall non-stop, and that has been getting me through the heat wave that we've had in the UK. The heat wave has now ended, which I'm so grateful for, but it was lovely weather, so I can't complain too much about it. Anyway, back to picking up books. I really also want to read Troubled Blood. I'm thinking I might add that onto my July TBR because this is something I've been wanting to read for a really long time. It's also a really nice floppy edition, so I think I'm finally going to pick this up and read it, so I'm going to add that onto my July TBR. Now we have all those books are very long, so I think it would be wise if I picked a shorter read. So what I do really want to read, which I haven't picked up, what I chose for a earlier TBR, it might have been like on my March TBR, is Still Guides the Stream by Flora Thompson. This book is only 230 pages, so I could read this relatively quickly. So I'm thinking I'm gonna add this onto my July TBR. And also the cover looks really nice. So that's going on my July TBR. I think maybe we'll pick up one more and that will be it. Now this is where I get really stuck because I've chosen, ooh, that's interesting. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Now I think I have read Pride and Prejudice. I'm confident I have, but I can't remember that much about it. So I'm thinking I might add this onto my July TBR. The text is really small and it's 259 pages. So yes, I'm gonna add that onto my July TBR. That is what I've chosen. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. We have 5 books, so hopefully I will get through them all because it's not too many. Let's talk about these books in depth and yeah. Let's talk about these books in depth. These are the 5 books that I have chosen for the month of July. So let's talk about these books. First of all, we have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. The back says, Pride and Prejudice, which opens with one of the most famous sentences in English literature, is an ironic novel of manners. It is the garrulous and empty-headed Miss Bennet has only one aim, that of finding a good match for each of her 5 daughters. In this, she is mocked by her cynical and indolent husband. With its wit, its social precision, and above all, its irresistible heroine, Pride and Prejudice has proved one of the most enduringly popular novels in the English language. That sounds interesting. I think this is probably going to be like a pretty good summer read, so I'm really interested and excited to pick this up. Now we have Still Guides to Stream by Flora Thompson. This is the second time I have put this on a TBR. Hopefully I will actually get to finish it in this video. I'm thinking I'm probably going to take like a while to read my other books, but I can't say that for sure, but just because I anticipate them for being really good reads, it might take me a little while to get through them, so I might pause and pick up a shorter book like this one. So I'm really interested in this. There isn't really much of a blurb for this. It's got like some writing on the back. I'll just read like the back cover. It just tells you about Flora Thompson. It says, this book would be worth reading for its descriptions alone. Flora Thompson was born in 1876 at Juniper Hill, a hamlet on the Oxfordshire-Northamptonshire border, which she described in her well-loved and best-selling autobiographical trilogy, Lark Rise to Candleford. Her last book, Still Guides the Stream, first published posthumously in 1948, is cast in a fictional form and goes back to the old countryside of her youth. It is an enchanting portrait of an Oxfordshire village and its inhabitants around Queen Victoria's Golden Jubilee in 1887. So I really don't know what this book is about, but I am really interested in seeing it because it's not that long. The text is like a relatively decent size, so it shouldn't take me long to get through, and I will let you know what this book is about and how I find it. Now we have Troubled Blood by Robert Galbraith. Now I know there's a lot of stigmatism with this author, and I'm not necessarily saying that I support her. Quite simply, I just want to read this book because I picked this book up not knowing who the author was years ago, and I read the first sentence and I was hooked, and I couldn't stop thinking about it for years. And then I finally found this book for sale and I had to buy it. I'm really interested in seeing what this book is about. Private detective Cormoran Strike is visiting his family in Cornwall when he is approached by a woman asking to help find her mother, Margot Amora, who went missing in mysterious circumstances in 1974. Strike has never tackled a cold case before, but intrigued, he takes it on, adding to the long list of cases that he and his partner in the agency, Robin Ellicott are currently investigating. Plus, the pair are still battling their feelings for one another, while Robin is also juggling a messy divorce and unwanted male attention. Strike and Robin soon find themselves up against a fiendishly complex case with leads that include tarot cards, a psychopathic serial killer, and witnesses who cannot all be trusted. And they learn that
I can't read right now.
They learn that even cases decades old can prove to be deadly. Okay, so this sounds quite interesting. How long is this book? 1,000... Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, that's part of the book. Where are we? Try not to spoil anything for myself. There we are. 1,073 pages.
Wow.
If I get through this book in July, then I deserve a round of applause, as well as the other book, which I'm about to show you. So, Troubled Blood, interested in this. If you don't want me to talk about the book, that's fine. I want to be sensitive to this subject because I know that a lot of people have been very upset about this author. So if you don't want me to talk about the book, then I understand. Just let me know in the comments and I won't mention it again. Now we have Earthsea. I'm not going to talk about this book for very long at all, quite simply because I've talked about this many times on my channel. If this is the first video you are watching of mine, by the way, thank you and I love you. Please subscribe because I would love to have you around. I love this book. I love it so much. This is what the back of the book looks like if you want to pause it and have a read for yourself. But we're following a wizard through his many travels, basically. Short and sweet. And I absolutely adore annotating my books. It is one of my favorite pastimes and I love it so much. So we're gonna read more of this in the month of July. And last but not least, we have A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. I have read Priory of the Orange Tree. It was probably about 5 years ago now, and I read that book in 2 weeks, and that was an 800-page long book. So that was fast for me because I'm a slow reader. So I have been debating whether or not to pick up this book for a long time because I'm not interested in the intimacy scenes. I skip over those, and I think I heard that the intimacy scenes have been like ranked up for this book, but I may have heard wrong. So just so you know, I'm going to be skipping over those. I'm simply interested in the fantasy and the dragons, but I am really excited to see what this book is about. It doesn't have a blurb as far as I know. Oh, it's for her mother, Amanda. That's so sweet. That's a lovely dedication. We have a amazing map right here. I love a map in a book. So good. Oh, and another one. And another one. And this one. So, oh my word, I can't wait to read this. I'm so excited to pick this up. So those are all the books on my July TBR. I am really excited for this month because there's just so many books on my TBR right now that I really want to read. I am really interested in the books I have behind me, but I've been buying more new books lately that are more relevant and to the time. So I'm just really excited to read these and see what I think of them. Very excited, and I will let you know my thoughts, obviously. So thank you so much for watching this video. I love you so much. If you've made it this far, please leave in the comments down below what books you're currently reading. I would love to know. So are you loving summer? I am thinking of fall every day so much. It might be unhealthy, but I just cannot wait for fall to come. I think fall 2026 is going to be unlike any other fall we've ever had before. I can't describe why, but I'm just so excited for it. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe again. I would love to have you around, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.